Welcome to week 6 of the HEAL Utah Capital Report. I'm Noah Materko, Policy Associate.
I'm Abby Andelin, Legislative Intern.
I'm Carmen Valdez, Grassroots Organizer.
Grace Olskamp, Other Policy Associate.
We have a quick update on HCR 18 that we have been following and supporting. This is the bill that will extend and support RECA on the national level, and it has made it through the House. It's currently located in the Senate Natural Resources, Agriculture, and Environment Committee. And with the end of the session coming up, we're excited to see where this will go.
And although I'm wearing a nice, funny shirt, this next bill is no laughing matter. That's Senate Bill 205, Election Process Amendments. And what this bill does is allow political parties to restrict the avenues that a candidate can get party nomination through by preferring the convention nomination process over signature gathering. And this might ring a bell for some of you as the prime result of the Count My Vote campaign a few years ago. So what happens when political candidates go through the convention process rather than getting signatures or anything else, is delegates at conventions tend to be much more politically extreme and on the fringe than voters at large. So what would happen with that is the result would be more extreme candidates making it to the ballot. So why we're concerned about this as an environmental group, because this is a democratic process bill and we want to make sure that our Utah legislature is as representative of our Utah residents as possible, and this bill restricts that. As of this afternoon, the bill is still circled in the Senate, so we'll have to wait until next week to see what happens with it.
Okay, so some great exciting news this week. House Bill 209, which was the bill that was going to raise the electric vehicle registration fee rates, died this week. So it did not make it out of the House floor, which is extremely exciting. We're not fully celebrating it because sometimes bills can come back as zombie bills, but the vote was so large and the difference between the yays and nays was so large that we think that this bill will stay in its grave. So thank you everyone who came to Citizen Lobby with us and to the hundreds of citizens who filled out our action alert online telling their representatives, senators, and the governor that they oppose this bill. Without your voices, we couldn't have killed it. So thank you, everyone.
Tax credit for alternative fuel heavy-duty vehicles by Representative Stoddard has been flying through and is on its way and is sitting on the Senate House floor. And we are really excited for this bill to pass and make its way to the governor's desk for signing. This bill will reenact and extend income tax credits for certain alternative fuel heavy-duty vehicles, which will further help clean up our air. We are really excited for this bill. It just didn't get funding last year, so we're hoping it keeps moving on in the next week.
Bad bill that we've been following is Senate Bill 176, Mineral Lease Fund Amendments. This bill allows the expansion of use of community impact board funds, which are traditionally used to reinvest in communities negatively impacted by the extraction of fossil fuels and other minerals. It changes the intent of that fund and allows for reinvestment in the extraction industry itself. So it goes from helping communities negatively impacted to basically subsidizing the industry that the fund was initially put together to help alleviate the negative impacts of that. So the bill unfortunately passed out of Senate last week and is headed to House Rev and Tax, and we have an action alert up about that one. So make sure you fill that out and reach out to your representatives and let them know that you oppose that bill.
All right, so another bill that recently came out is amendments related to infrastructure funding, which is HB 433, sponsored by Representative Schultz. Essentially, this bill would authorize a $1.4 billion bond for specific transit and transportation projects, as well as different outdoor recreation projects. So this ranges from improving bus rapid transit to double tracking FrontRunner with UTA, to performing environmental studies, improving roads, and giving some money to our state parks, including the newly created Utah Raptor State Park. So there's bills like this that run every year that create bonds to work on specific projects. And this one just has a lot of great things in it. It passed out of the House committee this morning. And while there's some hesitation from some legislators about how large this bond is, we are hoping to see it progress in the next week that we have left.
Thank you all for joining us on week 6, the second to last week. We encourage you to join us next week, Monday and Wednesday, starting at 10 a.m. for some citizen lobby training, as well as some calls to action. we are really excited for the last week, and we hope you will be joining us and watching your legislators.